You know that feeling when you look up from your work at 6 p.m. and suddenly it's 8 p.m. and you've been scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Your evenings have become this black hole where the time goes and you have nothing to show for it. Well, what if I told you your evenings can be the most powerful part of your day? And I want to share with you 8 simple science-backed habits that will transform your evenings and ultimately reboot your entire life. Habit number 1, the shutdown ritual. You finish work and then open Netflix. You tell yourself, I deserve it. And you binge watch an entire series in one sitting. You know, that sounds great in the moment, but research shows that carrying work-related stress into your leisure time reduces the quality of your leisure experience. It doesn't make you happier or more relaxed. So instead, what if you created a shutdown ritual? Computer science professor and author Newport, known for his book Deep Work, recommends using a shutdown ritual to clearly end your workday and reduce stress. He recommends creating a symbolic boundary between work and home life by performing a consistent ritual when you finish work. This can be something as simple as closing your laptop, taking 3 deep breaths, and saying one sentence out loud. For instance, the workday is complete. I am done working. That one sentence can signal to your brain that the workday is really over, even if you're still in the same place. Now here's a pro tip. If you can't physically leave your workspace, you can still mentally escape. Close your eyes, visualize yourself somewhere relaxing, and repeat a mantra like, I am officially on vacation mode. Research has shown that mental imagery can be just as effective as a physical escape in reducing stress. And here's the real benefit. When you have a clear shutdown ritual, you allow yourself to be fully present with your loved ones. You'll be able to enjoy your hobbies and interests with a peaceful mind, and you'll sleep better because research also links a proper shutdown routine with improved sleep quality. Now on to habit number 2, 90-minute energy blocks. There's a quote that says, leisure is time to do nothing in particular, to do exactly what you feel most inclined to do and do nothing else. But when you're stuck in the rat race of work and responsibilities, leisure time feels different. It feels chaotic and overwhelming. The constant question buzzing in your head is, what should I do now? Well, neuroscientist Andrew Huberman points out that our brain naturally works in roughly 90-minute cycles, so it's smarter to ride those waves than fight them. So instead of pushing yourself to stay awake and active beyond your natural rhythms, why not ride those waves? How does this look in practice? Let's say you finish work at 6 p.m. In your first 90-minute block, focus on decompression, unwind with a light walk, listen to some music or podcasts while doing the dishes. Then at 7:30 p.m., start your second block. This could be about growth, reading that book you bought months ago, learning a new language with an app, or starting a side hustle that excites you. And here's a pro tip. Set timers. Not only does this help you respect the time blocks, but it also triggers a sense of urgency, helping you dive into tasks with more focus. The benefit of this approach? First, it makes your evenings less overwhelming. You no longer have to find the perfect activity. Instead, you just select one from your list. Second, you'll actually do the things you enjoy. You won't get lost in the paralysis of choice. And third, you'll find that tasks like reading become easier. Why? Because you're approaching them when your brain is naturally alert and engaged. Habit number 3, the digital sunset. Do you ever find yourself scrolling through social media right before bed? You justify it, saying, just a few more minutes. But then you wonder why you wake up feeling drained. Well, that's because your phone is an energy vampire. You see, the blue light emitted from screens tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, disrupting your sleep cycle and lowering melatonin levels. So here's the solution. Mark off the last hour of your day as a digital sunset, a period where all screens are turned off. During this hour, avoid your phone, TV, and any other bright screens. Instead, read a book, stretch, or listen to calming music. This shift will improve the quality of your sleep. You'll wake up with more energy and focus. And here's a bonus. If you pair this habit with the 2-minute reset, the transition to digital sunset will be smoother. Habit number 4, the 2-minute reset. The problem with scrolling is that it keeps us in this constant state of semi-awareness. We never fully disconnect from work or the digital world. Even when we're relaxing on the couch, we're still checking notifications. This constant switching costs our brains a lot of energy and prevents us from being fully present. Now here's a simple solution. Between activities, do a 2-minute reset. For example, after dinner, instead of slumping onto the couch to scroll, spend 2 minutes clearing the table, maybe wiping it down. By doing so, you symbolically close the chapter on dinner and open a new one, say relaxation or family time. This signals to your brain that it's time to shift your focus. Think of it as a mini vacation. You wouldn't go from sightseeing to eating lunch to scrolling through your phone, right? You'd mentally digest the experience first, right? The same goes for every aspect of your life. Habit number 5, the social battery check. In the book Quiet, The Power of Introverts in a World That Ain't Stop Talking, author Susan Cain talks about the idea of introvert and extrovert as ends of a spectrum rather than categories. According to her research, almost everyone needs periods of solitude to recharge. The concept is called the social battery, which gets depleted when we interact with people, especially in environments that cause us stress or anxiety. Here's the solution. Before making any evening plans, do a social battery check. Ask yourself honestly, on a scale of 1 to 10, how charged is my social battery? If you're below a 50%, don't force yourself to socialize. It's okay to decline invitations and suggest another time. For instance, if your partner suggests grabbing drinks with colleagues after work and your social battery is at 20%, it's okay to decline. Instead, suggest a one-on-one coffee the next day, giving yourself space to recharge in between. This way, when you do socialize, you'll have more energy and have a better time. Habit number 6, habit stacking. Ever heard of Charles Duhigg's habit loop? The simple model that explains how habits work. Cue, routine, reward. The cue triggers the routine, which leads to the reward. This loop is key to building lasting habits. Now imagine that you want to start meditating for just 5 minutes every evening. Meditation is good, right? But here's the struggle. You don't have a meditation cushion, you don't have a quiet space, and you don't have a meditation app. So you think, how can I simplify this? You decide to stack the new habit of meditating with an existing habit of brushing your teeth. So the cue is, I'm brushing my teeth. The routine is, I will meditate for 2 minutes. The reward is, I feel calmer and more focused. The reward is, I feel calmer and more focused. And the beauty of habit stacking is that once you've established the loop, you won't need willpower to meditate. It becomes automatic. So here's your call to action. Pick one area of your life that you want to improve and think of a habit you already have. Then stack your desired habit onto that existing habit. Habit number 7, the decision-free evening. Psychologist Dr. Piers writes in his book, The Procrastination Equation, about how fatigue and limited willpower push us toward bad decisions and procrastination. He states that fatigue impairs our ability to make decisions, often leading us to default to unhealthy choices. Our brains, he says, have limited willpower. So by the end of the day, our willpower reserves are often depleted. This means that by the evening, when we're tired and just want to relax, we might find ourselves binge-watching TV shows, scrolling through social media, or eating unhealthily. And it's not because we enjoy these things, but because they require little to no decision-making. Now, the solution. Give your future self the gift of fewer decisions. Decide ahead of time what you'll do tomorrow. This could mean laying out your workout clothes, prepping healthy snacks, or planning a relaxing activity. The aim is to make your evenings and mornings smoother and less stressful. And finally, habit number 8, the what energized me. At the end of each day, ask yourself 3 questions. 1. What one thing energized me today? 2. What one thing drained me? And 3. What one thing surprised me? These questions serve as a form of self-reflection, helping you understand what brings you joy, what drains your energy, and what catches you off guard. This exercise can be incredibly revealing. For instance, you might discover that spending time in nature energizes you, that meetings drain your energy, and that spontaneous acts of kindness make you feel unexpectedly happy. After just a week of doing this, these small data points about yourself become invaluable insights, guiding you towards a more fulfilling life. And if you want to take action, here's your 7-day evening challenge. Choose one of these 8 habits. Just one. Implement it every single evening. At the end of the week, notice the difference. Your evenings aren't just the end of the day, they are the foundation for tomorrow. By implementing even one of these small changes, you stop letting your evenings just happen to you, and you start designing them with intention. Try the 7-day challenge and let me know in the comments which of the 8 habits you're going to try first. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. Thanks for watching and subscribe. Hello Focus. See you next time.